Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. I hope you all are doing very well, and today we'll be discussing the most important MCQs for 12th and 13th of February 2024. Yesterday I was on leave, so that's why I was unable to take the classes, but nothing to worry about. We will definitely cover all the missed questions in today's session. So please be patient with me. And since number of questions would be more, that's why we are eliminating our revision part. Otherwise, the length of the video would be very long. Okay, let's start with our session. First question is, what is the primary objective of the support to the students for participating in competitions abroad, means SSPCA scheme that is introduced by AICTE? What is AICTE? All India Council for Technical Education. And recently they have launched this particular initiative to enhance the global competitiveness of Indian technical students. And this program offers some type of financial help and logistic support, which would provide travel grants as well of up to 2 lakh rupees per student for international scientific competition. And the eligible students who are enrolled in AICTE approved institutions can benefit from this scheme, and basic aim is to empower them so that they can represent India effectively on the global stage. Fine. Here correct answer is enhancing the global competitiveness of Indian students in technical education, that is B option, right? Moving to the next question. Recently, which city announced free bus travel for transgender community? This question is extremely important because this is transgender empowerment related question. And Delhi government has recently unveiled free bus ride for the transgender community, which marks a significant step towards inclusive public transportation. And basic aim is to facilitate accessible and cost-free travel for transgender individual on public buses there in Delhi, right? So Delhi has recently announced free bus travel for the transgender community. Now apart from it, our Vice President has recently inaugurated the 23rd session of the World Sustainable Development Summit in New Delhi, which is hosted by TERI. What is TERI? The Energy and Resources Institute. Talking about the summit, it was established in the year 2001 and it focuses on fostering a global commitment to sustainable development. And what was the theme for this event? Here answer is leadership for the sustainable development and climate justice. Okay, so they brought together influential leaders to address long-term solutions for global communities, and as the only independently convened international summit in the global south, this summit plays a vital role in advancing environmental goals. Fine. Simply you can be asked that World Sustainable Development Summit that was recently seen in the news is annually organized by which institute? Your answer would be TERI. Full form is the Energy and Resources Institute. Okay. Next is Farooq Naski, who passed away recently, was associated with which profession? Who is Farooq Naski? He was an esteemed poet and Sahitya Academy Award recipient. Recently he passed away at the age of 83 years. He is basically renowned for his profound and impactful contributions to poetry and cultural preservation. Also, his work showcased the strong influence of the words, and his emotionally rich and lyrically beautiful expressions earned him a cherished place among the most revered poets of his era, right? So he basically symbolizes the power of language in connecting the hearts and minds. So Farooq Naski, who passed away recently, was associated with which profession? Answer is poet. He was a poet. The former president of the country, Chile, Mr. Sebastian Pinera, died at the age of 74 years in a helicopter crash on 6th of February. And he was a key figure there in Chile because he has served 2 terms from 2010 to 2014, then again 2018 up to 2022. Also, he is known for strengthening the nation's democracy, and as the first conservative leader after a military dictatorship, His leadership brought significant governance improvements, which enhances the quality of life for Chileans in various aspects, right? You can be asked that Sebastián Pinera, who recently passed away, was the former president of which country? Your answer would be Chile, okay? Next is KILARI Program, which is a mobile health initiative recently launched in which Indian states? So the KILARI Program is launched by the Union Ministers of State for Health and Family Welfare, and it is a kind of M-Health initiative for the states Gujarat and Maharashtra. So it provides centralized IVR based mobile health services which offers 72 free weekly audio messages on pregnancy, childbirth and childcare to the registered women, and it is hosted by Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Basically, it requires no additional investment from any other state or the union territory, and it is integrated with the centralized RCH portal, which is presently implemented in 18 states and the union territories, right? So KILARI Program is a mobile health initiative, and recently it has been launched in which two states? Answer is Gujarat and Maharashtra. Also these days Goa is in news. Why? Because Prime Minister of India Narendra Modi has inaugurated India Energy Week 2024 there in Goa, which highlights India's dedication to significant investment in the energy sector. So PM Modi has addressed the global energy leaders here, and he underscored the nation's commitment to unprecedented levels of investment, which emphasize India's role in shaping the future of the global energy landscape, right? You can be simply asked that Prime Minister of India has inaugurated the India Energy Week 2024 in which Indian state? Your answer would be Goa. Next is, who became the first nationalist First Minister of Northern Ireland? Here answer is Michelle O'Neill, and she is a member of Sinn Féin. Okay, she is the first Irish nationalist First Minister of Northern Ireland, and her appointment came after the Democratic Unionist Party agreed to a new deal with the British government on post-Brexit trade rules. And talking about the Northern Ireland's government, it is a result of the 1998 Good Friday Peace Accord, which equally shares the power between the two main communities in this region. And these communities are the British Unionists who want to remain in the UK and Irish nationalists who want to unite with Ireland. Fine. Simply you have to remember that Michelle O'Neill became the first nationalist First Minister of Northern Ireland. Next is, where was the 7th Indian Ocean Conference held? Here answer would be Australia, that is the option. So the 7th Indian Ocean Conference was hosted in Perth, Australia, and it is a key consultative forum for the Indian Ocean region nations. It is organized by Ministry of External Affairs and India Foundation. Okay, what was the theme for this event? Theme was towards a stable and sustainable Indian Ocean. Okay, here different attendees were present, like India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar, Sri Lanka President Ranil Wickremesinghe, and Australian Foreign Affairs Minister Penny Wong. Over 22 countries and 400 leaders discussed regional cooperation here for security and growth for all in the region, that is Sagar Mission. Okay, so what was the venue for 7th Indian Ocean Conference? Here answer is Australia. Also recently, a 390-year-old lamp post was discovered on the river Krishna's edge on the Nalgonda district in the state of Telangana. Okay, so it stands at 20 feet and the pillar with lamp hollows and a multilingual inscription dates back to June 1635, which is dedicated to Kashi Vishwanath, and it is uncommon in the Deccan region but prevalent in the western coast temples like Goa, and it served as a potential riverine trade route lighthouse which fosters the trade connections in early medieval times. Okay, you can be simply asked that recently 390 years old lamp post was found on the edge of which river? Your answer is Krishna river. In which state? Your answer would be Telangana. Okay, next is Aenta and Alora caves recently seen in the news are located in which Indian state? They lie in Maharashtra state. And why they came into news? Because the Ministry of Tourism has added these two caves in Chhatrapati Sambhaji Nagar to its Swadesh Darshan scheme second. Okay, so they are located in Maharashtra, and these UNESCO World Heritage Sites boast 29 Ajanta and 34 Alora caves that showcases ancient rock-cut marvels from 2nd century BC to 11th century AD. Okay, Ajanta, who was predominantly a Buddhist, served as a retreat, while Alora displays a mix of Hindu, Jain and Buddhist sculptures. So the Kailash temple in Alora took 18 years to carve and is designated as a UNESCO site as well. Simply you have to remember that Ajanta and Alora caves that came into news are located in the state of Maharashtra. Why they came into news? Because the Ministry of Tourism has added these two sites in its Swadesh Darshan scheme second. Okay. Now apart from it, also Center has recently integrated 11 fair price shop into the Open Network Digital Commerce ONDC, which is an initiative by Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, which works under Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Talking about ONDC, it is an open source network that facilitates the transactions in across various sectors, that actually promotes the local commerce and it supports small enterprises. So basic aim is to break digital monopoly, and the system standardizes operations, and it is expected to digitize the entire value chain, which would foster inclusivity and efficiency, right? You can be asked that Open Network Digital Commerce Portal, that is ONDC, that came into news for some reason, is launched by which ministry? Your answer would be Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Next is, what is the theme of the National Science Day 2024? Extremely important question. And Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh has revealed the theme for National Science Day as Indigenous Technologies for Viksit Bharat, which actually emphasizes the promotion of science, technology and innovation. So this theme signifies a strategic focus on fostering the public appreciation for homegrown technologies, and it acknowledges the Indian scientific achievements. So National Science Day is celebrated annually on 28th of February, and this day basically commemorates Sir C.V. Raman's discovery of the Raman effect in the year 1930, and this year's theme aims to inspire the collaboration and contribution towards India's well-being and the global humanity. So two things are important. When do we observe the National Science Day? Answer is 28th of February. And what was the theme for this year? Theme was Indigenous Technologies for Viksit Bharat. Now apart from it, recently the Indian Institute at Bengaluru's Raman Research Institute has developed an innovative image correction algorithm that enhances the ultra-cold atom studies. So founded in 1948 by Sir C.V. Raman, RRI is an autonomous research institute that is focused on basic sciences, and it was restructured in the year 1972. Basically, it receives the funding from the Department of Science and Technology, and it operates in key research areas like astronomy and astrophysics, light and matter physics, soft condensed matter and theoretical physics. Okay, you can be asked that which institute recently designed a new image correction algorithm that significantly enhances the study of ultra cold atom. So your answer would be RRI, that is Raman Research Institute. Next is, who has been appointed as the new Prime Minister of Kazakhstan country? Here answer is Olzhas Bektenov. And who's the President of Kazakhstan country? It is Kasim Jomart Tokayev. So recently he has appointed Olzhas Bektenov, his Chief of Staff, as the new Prime Minister, and also Olzhas has led the State Anti-Corruption Agency, and he assumed the role of Presidential Administration's head in April 2023. Also, his prior tenure as the Anti-Corruption Agency head underscores his experience in governance, right? You can be asked that who's the current or the new Prime Minister of Kazakhstan country? Answer would be Olzhas Bektenov. Now, can you tell me what is the purpose of Sarthi portal? Actually, why it came into news? Because our Agriculture Minister Arjun Munda has recently unveiled this portal. The basic aim of this portal is to offer a range of insurance product including the Prime Minister Fasal Bima Yojana for the Indian farmers, and the Krishi Rakshak portal and the helpline number 14447 were also launched to enhance the grievance redressal for the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. So here we are emphasizing India's development, embracing digital technology, and this Sarthi portal ensures a simplified, digitized insurance journey for the farmers because it offers various insurance products in phases, and the Krishi Rakshak initiative serves as a mediator for farmer-insurer communication. Okay, you can be asked that what best describes about the recently launched Sarthi portal. So basically it is a helpline to resolve the crop insurance related grievance. Okay. Next is Dachigam National Park, which was seen in the news, is located in which Indian state or the Union Territory? So it lies in Jammu and Kashmir. Why it came into news? Because due to heavy snowfall, Himalayan black bears at the rehabilitation center of Dachigam National Park receive a special diet for hibernation. So they occupy half of the Dal Lake's catchment zone, and it houses the critically endangered Hangul, that is Kashmiri stag, and the largest population of Asiatic black bears in Asia. And the Gujars and Bakarwalas poaching pose a significant threat to Hangul, which highlights the conservation challenges in this region, right? So Dachigam National Park came into news, so its location is important for us. Dachigam National Park lies in Jammu and Kashmir. Now apart from it, the Tripura Board of Secondary Education permits both Roman and the Bengali scripts for the Kok Borak exam in Tripura. Kok Borak is the mother tongue of Borak people, including the Tripuris, and it is a Tibeto-Burman language, and it is a lingua franca for most of Tripura's tribal communities. Fine. So it is basically spoken in Tripura state as well as in some northeastern states along with Uttarakhand, and it holds the official state language status there in Tripura. Fine. You can be asked that Kok Borak language that was recently seen in the news is recognized as one of the official state languages of which Indian state? Your answer would be Tripura. Next is, recently which initiative has been launched by the Quality Council of India and ONDC to improve the MSMEs? So Quality Council of India and ONDC means Open Network for Digital Commerce launched a DigiReady certification portal on 8th of February. Basically, it is an online self-assessment tool that helps the small and medium-sized enterprises to determine how well equipped they are to join the ONDC platform as vendors. Okay, so the DRC portal is a strategic move so as to boost the digital inclusion in the MSME sector, because our MSME sector plays a key role in creating employment opportunities and reducing the regional imbalance, right? So recently DigiReady certification portal has been launched by QCI and ONDC so as to empower the MSMEs. Next one is Ziron Missile, which is a supersonic ballistic missile, recently launched by which country? Here answer is A option, Russia. Russian forces recently launched a 3M22 Ziron missile targeting the Kiev in Ukraine, and this is a scramjet powered hypersonic cruise missile which is developed by Russia, and it boasts the speeds up to Mach 9 and a 1000 kilometers range. So it features a two-stage design with solid fuel in the first stage and a scramjet motor in the second, and the missile employs cooled supersonic combustion ramjet engines which creates a plasma cloud during the flight for the radar invisibility. So it differs from other hypersonic weapons like China's DF-17 or Russia's Avangard, using an active and passive radar seeker guidance system, right? So Ziron missile, which is a supersonic ballistic missile, has been launched by the country Russia. Next is, recently which musician has been honored with the Lakshmi Naran International Award? This is an important question. Here answer is Pyarelal Sharma, B option. He is the renowned musician, and recently he has been honored with the Lakshmi Naran International Award at the Global Music Festival. Okay, so it is presented by L. Subramaniam and Kavita Krishnamurthy Subramaniam, And talking about Pyarelal Sharma, he is a highly successful Hindi cinema composer with an illustrious 8-decade career, and this award recognizes his outstanding contributions to the world of music, right? So Pyarelal Sharma has been honored with the Lakshmi Naran International Award. Next question is, what is the rank of India in the World Bank's Logistics Performance Index Report 2023? One of the examinations asked which organization releases the Logistic Performance Index Report. Your answer would be World Bank. Okay. So India's logistic performance has shown significant improvement, ranking 38th out of 139 countries in this index, which is a climb of 6 places since 2018, and this is a climb of 16 places since 2014. Fine. So this data is shared by Union Minister Shri Som Parkash, who highlights advancement in custom, infrastructure, logistics service and shipment arrangement. So initiatives like PM Gati Shakti, National Master Plan and the National Logistic Policy, along with digital reforms like Unified Logistic Interface Platform, contribute to this change. Okay. So what is the rank of India in this index? Answer is 38. Can you tell me which country was at the topmost position? Please write your answer in the comment section if you have studied or heard about this index. Next is, when is the World Pulses Day observed every year? So this day is observed every year on 10th of February. It basically promotes awareness about the nutritional and environmental benefits of pulses in sustainable food production. And United Nations assigns a theme each year. This year the theme is pulses, nourishing soils and people. Okay. Basic aim is to integrate the pulses into diets and agricultural practices. This day was originated in the year 2019, where emphasis was to highlight the pulses role in achieving sustainable development goals. Okay, so two things are important. When do we observe the World Pulses Day? Answer is 10th of February. And what was the theme for this year? The theme was pulses, nourishing soils and people. Okay. Also, don't forget that the President of India, Draupadi Murmu, will inaugurate Adi Mahotsav 2024, which is the annual National Tribal Festival at Major Dhyan Chand National Stadium in New Delhi. It is organized by the TriFed under the Ministry of Tribal Affairs, and this event highlights India's tribal heritage, where we are showcasing our talent, craftsmanship and cultural diversity. With 300 stalls, the festival promotes tribal art, handicraft, natural produce and cuisine, which fosters the interaction and its contribution to the empowerment of tribal communities. Okay, you can be asked that Adi Mahotsav that was recently seen in the news is organized by which cooperative body? So answer would be TriFed. Full form is Tribal Cooperative Marketing Development Federation of India Limited. Next is, FIFA World Cup 2026 will be hosted by which one of the following countries? So the 2026 FIFA World Cup will be hosted by Canada, Mexico and the US. And this tournament will take place from 11th of June to 19th of July 2026, and it will feature total 104 matches in across different 16 cities. And this tournament will feature 48 teams with 60 games played in the US, 10 in Canada and 10 in Mexico. Okay. So this tournament will begin in Mexico and it will conclude in New York. So don't forget that the 2026 World Cup will be the first World Cup that would be hosted by 3 nations, and it is the first North American World Cup since 1994. Okay, so FIFA World Cup 2026 will be hosted by which 3 countries? Answer is Canada, Mexico and the US. Also these days Mount Silingar Fell came into news. You can be simply asked that what is the location of this mountain? Your answer is Iceland. Okay, why it came into news? Simply because this volcano erupted for the 3rd time since December, and that's why it came into news. Fine. Only thing you have to remember is this mountain lies in the country Iceland. Next is, how much budgetary support has the government constituted for Fisheries Infrastructure Development Fund? So Union Cabinet, which is led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, has approved a 3 years extension of the Fisheries Infrastructure Development Fund until 2025 to 26, and this extension maintains the approved fund size of 7522.48 crore rupees with a budgetary support of 939.48 crore rupees. So FIDE was initiated in 2018 and to 2019, and so far it has approved 121 projects creating fisheries infrastructure and generating over 2.5 lakh employment opportunities. This extension basically aims to further boost development in fisheries, and it encourages both public and private sector investment for economic growth in the sector. Okay, so this much amount has been allocated for fisheries infrastructure development fund in our budget. Now these days BPCL, means Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited, has launched one of the initiatives named as Pure for Sure at India Energy Week 2024, and the basic aim is to enhance the LPG distribution. So it was inaugurated by Hardeep Singh Puri, and this initiative prioritizes consumer satisfaction by eliminating the delivery inefficiencies, and the unique features include, for example, a tamper-proof seal with QR codes for tracking the cylinder integrity and ensuring quality and quantity assurance. And the Pure for Sure allow the customers to authenticate the cylinders pre-delivery, prompting transparency, and any tampering renders the QR code unscannable. Basically, it would ensure the product safety and trust in this innovative service, right? You can be asked that Pure for Sure initiative that was recently seen in the news is related to what thing? Option could be CNG, LPG, solar energy, green hydrogen, etc. But your answer would be LPG, fine? So these are the most important current affairs and the news from today. I hope you have liked the session. We have covered a lot of questions, but yes, we need one more day to cover all the questions that we have missed in the past 3 days. So tomorrow also there would be no revision session, but in place of that we will cover more number of questions. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, Minu Hadsana signing off.